Hello, viewers. Welcome back to Tech AI. Today, we're diving into Adobe Illustrator's Rotate tool. Let's get started. It's quite powerful, offering more than just basic rotation using the selection tool. Let's begin with its primary function, rotating objects around a pivot point. This pivot point acts as the center of rotation. Normally, you'd select an object and rotate it directly. But here's where it gets interesting. If you click and place the pivot point anywhere on the object before rotating, it will pivot around that exact spot instead of the center. Now, for a neat trick, hold down Alt while rotating, and it creates a copy of the object each time you rotate it. You can then use Ctrl+D to repeat the last rotation action, handy for creating patterns or precise alignments. If you want to rotate an object at a perfect 45-degree angle from the pivot point, hold down Alt and Shift while dragging. This ensures consistent and accurate rotations without manual guesswork. That's the Rotate tool in a nutshell, adding creativity and precision to your designs with every twist and turn. All right, let's go over the Rotate tool in Illustrator with a practical example. Imagine you want to evenly distribute 15 small circles around a big one. Here's a step-by-step guide. Start by creating a circle and then draw a small one inside it. Use the Rotate tool by clicking once on the circle's center point. With the circle selected, activate the Rotate tool. Hold down Alt and click on the center point. A dialog box will appear prompting you to enter the rotation angle. Here's the calculation part. Since you need 15 circles evenly spaced around a full circle, which is 360 degrees, divide 360 by 14. This gives you 24 degrees. Type this value into the dialog box. Instead of clicking OK, choose Copy. This action duplicates the circle at the calculated angle. To repeat this for the remaining circles, press Ctrl+D. Illustrator will automatically place all 15 circles around the big one. That's it! The Rotate tool combined with these calculations ensures precise placement of objects around a central point, making your designs both neat and symmetrical. Let's delve into some essential Illustrator techniques that will enhance your design workflow. Mastering alignment is crucial for positioning objects precisely. Let's make some rectangles. After selecting multiple objects, locate the Align button either in the top toolbar or through Window and Align. Here, options like Horizontal Left Align, Center Align, and Right Align ensure that objects align perfectly regardless of their initial placement. For vertical alignment, options such as Top, Middle, and Bottom serve the same purpose. These techniques not only streamline your design process, but also ensure your designs are neat, professional, and visually appealing. Let's explore some essential Illustrator techniques for precise object alignment. Now, consider a scenario with multiple objects, such as circles in different colors. After selecting them all, aligning them ensures they converge neatly. Notice how all circles adjust themselves to align together with just one click. However, if you want a specific circle, like this one, to stay fixed while aligning others around it, designate it as the master object. To do this, click on the circle to select it, and a fine blue border appears, indicating it as the master. Now, when you align all circles again, the master one remains stationary while the others adjust around it. These techniques ensure that your designs remain organized and visually coherent, especially when working with intricate compositions like a wristwatch design. Great! Now, let's refine our Illustrator techniques further for better design management. Let's Anki a wristwatch. Make a circle for a main dial. To ensure the main dial remains undisturbed, I'm going to lock it. Simply go to Object, Lock, Selection, or use the shortcut Ctrl+2. Moving on to creating the hour markers, start by drawing a simple circle in a slightly lighter red color. Position it below the center of the main dial. We need 12 markers, so using the Rotate tool, click at the center with Alt held down. Calculate 360 degrees divided by 12, which equals 30 degrees per marker. Enter 30 degrees in the dialog box, and instead of clicking OK, choose Copy. Now, press Ctrl+D to repeat the action for all 12 hours. These markers are now locked in place. To keep things organized, select all the hour markers, right-click, and choose Group. This allows you to move or align them easily without losing their arrangement. If they're distracting, simply move them aside for now. Next, let's create the minute markers. Draw a box at the center of the circle. Ensure it's perfectly centered and give it a light gray color. Again, use the Rotate tool by clicking at the center with Alt held down. Calculate 360 degrees divided by 60 for the 60 minutes, resulting in 6 degrees per minute. Enter 6 degrees in the dialog box, choose Copy, and press Ctrl+D to apply the rotation to all minute markers. If the gray lines overlap the red circles, you can either delete them individually or right-click on a circle. Choose Arrange, Bring to Front. After creating the minute markers, group them with Ctrl+G for easy handling. Lastly, select both groups, the hour markers and minute markers, and align them to the center. These steps ensure your design remains organized and visually cohesive, making it easier to manage and edit as needed. All right, now let's focus on creating the watch hands, or arms as they're often called. I'll create them randomly. Now, let's add some design details to these arms to enhance their look. Now, let's create another arm for the hours. Make it smaller and adjust its position accordingly. Let's ensure both arms are grouped together to keep them organized. Rotate each arm as needed and position them together on the watch face. All right, now let's move on to creating the seconds hand. Adjust the anchor points accordingly to shape the seconds hand. Let's refine the seconds hand further. Adjusting the anchor points inward slightly, ensuring it doesn't become too sharp. I'll give it an orange color for a vibrant look. After grouping it all, resize it slightly with Shift held down. Moving on, let's set aside the grouped elements and create another essential part: the outer body of the watch. Let's proceed with refining the design. Now, the Align panel is accessible here, providing the same functionality without any issues. Use it to distribute objects evenly and align them precisely. Next, select everything and merge it using the Shape Builder tool. We'll need one more rectangle, perhaps in a different color for clarity. Duplicate it accordingly. Align and distribute the entire composition once more. Use Shape Builder with Alt to remove any unnecessary parts. Now, focus on the corners. You can easily curve them by dragging. Adjust the outer corners inward to refine the shape. It's progressing beautifully, isn't it? Let's center the main dial, resize it slightly larger, and ensure everything is visually balanced. Perfect! Now, let's create the belt. Changing its color to gray enhances its appearance. Making a belt isn't complicated. Just take a rectangle and narrow it down. Remember, pressing Alt while adjusting the width affects both sides simultaneously, which is quite handy. Align it carefully and create gaps as needed. If your artboard feels too small, use the Artboard tool while holding Shift to resize it accordingly. Center the entire watch composition. Now, let's add a pointed feature. Place guides to ensure accurate placement. Adjust the length and refine the points accordingly. Focus on rounding the corners to give a polished look. Repeat this process on the opposite side. Moving on to the buckle, create a rectangle and duplicate it for resizing. Use Shape Builder to refine its shape. Resize and adjust its appearance as needed. All right, let's finalize this. Select the shape, navigate to the Object menu, and choose Path. Offset Path. This feature duplicates the shape either larger or smaller. Currently set at 10 pts, adjust it with the scroll wheel. I'm going for 10 pts. Press OK to create the offset. Apply a stroke with dash lines of 4 pts for stitching. Deselect everything to view the stitching effect. Next, create holes with an oval shape. Duplicate it. Now change the colors if you want to give a look to watch. Group all elements, resize, and position it correctly. Perfect. Everything should be clear now, but if you have any questions, ask in the comments. Subscribe for more and keep watching. Your feedback is valuable, so please share it. Thank you.